Hello everyone, this will be the review of game The Tower of Beatrice, and the key was provided by developer. This is generally speaking puzzle slash hidden object game. Uh, Slightly budget, but it has most elements of the genre, so I played a little bit of it, and I might say it's kinda enough. It's not exactly the graphic style that I would expect, but it has most of the elements of the genre. As much as settings are concerned, we only have the choice of Russian and English and one slider for sound, which is already something. At least it exists. And we do have an option to start game in game window, which is very good when I have to record something, because I can observe if it's recording properly. This is the standard, and the game has the standard element. From what I see, we have 6 levels. I've beaten the first one, and I will probably try to recreate it and beat the first level, just to show you the gameplay and graphics. I'm not gonna do anything else, so this might contain spoilers, but I want to not only tell you what I think about the game, which I always do, but also show you the gameplay. In this case, I will just show you one chapter, I guess. And from what I understand, this is completely linear. This is the start. We're basically in a room. The game moves from one room to another, from one scene to another. I have to just click stuff to make it work. We start closed in a cage by probably the witch, which exists in the book of magic or something like that. And I remember that I've had a key somehow. I think the key was in the book, yes. So the book tells us that we can create spells somehow after collecting specific elements, and in this case we'll have to collect 9 feathers, 1 hot air and 1 cold coal somehow. And apparently there is more spells. Let's see how many there are. Is there 6? No, there is more. So probably we'll be using more than one in one scene. And we already have the key, so I can use the key on the lock. And then, from what I understand, we have to unlock this thing here with 4 elements: white, blue, red and green somehow. And of course we need to use points of interest to to move the game further, to reach progress. So this is a puzzle. Of course we need feathers, right? So I see 2 feathers here. Then we have to go from one to the other. There is a knife. Okay, that's a lot of talking. I don't want to use heat. I don't need to. Do I have to? Maybe I have to. Yeah, I have to. Alright, so we can use also specific elements here. We cannot get the key to the door because they say we need to make the stone fly. I just want to stop it and start interacting. Okay, so we have a bottle, we have a knife, we have 3 feathers, and here we can use the knife on the on the dirt, and I guess this unlocks something. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but apparently this contraption must be activated. I'm trying to go out of this. I'm not sure what this does. Probably nothing. There's something I have to do with this. I think we need a coal. I'm not sure how we get a coal. For now, I don't know yet. Another bottle. This is closed. This is basically a lock, and we can count the number of possible combinations. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 5. So it's either 8 to square 5 or 5 to square 8. So that's a lot of combinations pretty much. Going one by one, we'd have to go like check all the combinations for this one, right? Then switch by one, again all the combinations, and then for instance do this and go on like this. It will be a long time to do it the rough way, the longest possible way to solve it. So we need a solution somewhere. Let's see what's here. Okay, we click it. Okay, we did get the coal, and there is ice, so we can use coal on ice, melting the ice, then We get the cold coal, I guess. That's the thing we need. Do we have to click it? Yes. And then we also need this. This goes to the pot, from what I remember. And we get water. I'm not sure what the water is for. I think we need water for some reason. There is another feather. And now I forgot what I was doing. There is another coal we don't need. The blue is still not active. We need to put something there. I think this goes with water. Blue means water. And this is unlocked. And we get the solution, right? So it's... I'm not sure if this is the same yet. It's up, right, let's say hour 1, hour 7. So 12, 1, 7, 11, 12. Okay. 12, 1, 7, 11, and I guess that's 11 and 12. Does it open? Yes, and we get one feather, right? So all of that was for one feather. And now there is apparently something else. I don't know what's active, so I have to try. I kinda forgot what I was doing. Put some water. And we did that. Let's go back. Let's see what else we can click. Make the stone fly. Okay, I get it, but we don't have feathers. Apparently I need feathers, which are somewhere. No, there is one. Okay. I'm not sure if those feathers will be highlighted. No, they are not highlighted. So apparently they are somewhere. Maybe they are even here or not. Maybe they are. Yes, there's one more. So there's one more feather somewhere, which I don't see. Oh, there is one. Okay, so it was something like hot air. Air. Air means like this. Hot air, cold coal, and 9 feathers. So we can put them here and make the stone fly. I'm trying. This caused a spell to appear. Do we open it? No, we have to take the potion now. And this is the spell. Okay, we brewed the potion. And this allows us to pour it on the stone. And it flies. And we open the door. And we go to next level. So this is pretty much one room solved. It takes, let's see how much, 8 minutes, right? So if you know the solution, this is not a very long game. I'm just going to stop here. Maybe go to menu. I'm trying to go back to menu. Okay, the progress will be lost on this floor. So it remembers I did one floor. Oh, and I closed the game. Sorry guys, I have to go back just to show you the menu. I hope it's gonna start. This is annoying. Why does it say? It should say it goes to menu, right? It shouldn't go out of the game. Usually it goes to menu and then to game. I'm going back now, trying to. I'm gonna show you the menu once more, if it loads. Hopefully, yeah. That's the start. The Fairy Forest. I'm not sure what it means. The Fairy Forest is the name of the company. This is to a large extent in Russian, I guess. So there we go. That's the menu. So we could continue, or can we go back to menu? I don't want to quit the game. Can you go back to menu? Can we quick escape or something? Maybe not. Can we now go? No, we can't go back to menu for some reason. I don't know why. This is broken. Really? Yeah. Apparently there's... You can quit the game, but you can... Okay, no. Alright. So there should be a button to go back to menu and to, I don't know, load another save or check settings. We cannot check settings from here. Right, here is only the spells. So this is the type of puzzle slash hidden object game that I've been showing you before in a different probably engine. This looks like a slightly different engine, but the general idea of the game is very similar. And this one looks slightly budget. I think it's slightly less budget than the previous ones that I was showing you. Maybe it's the first game of the studio, or they just don't have enough money. But those games don't need that great graphics. I think the graphics are enough. The elements are quite okay. There's not too much content because usually it's a lot of different places and rooms where you go from basically one place to another, but it goes from like a garden to the building and then to the cellar and then to the town and so on. Usually there is many locations and you go back and forth. In this case, you go through the location, you solve one big puzzle and then you move on. And it's probably smaller in content. As I've shown you, it's like 8 minutes to finish one, maybe more. So it could be 1 hour, could be 2 hours, and of course you're gonna spend more time because you have to solve it. Actually, I spent in this game well 16 minutes actually, so not much. I solved it in quite quick time before. I guess I was just trying out and stuff. Yeah, it didn't took much really, 16 minutes. Overall, with this recording, it's quite strange. Seems that I made it faster before without talking. Quite strange, but yeah, that's what Steam is showing me. It's done correctly for this type of game, for this genre, but you need to be, as always, I am always repeating this, you need to be aware what you're buying. This is a hidden object slash puzzle game with little content and average, maybe below average graphics. How much points? I would say 5 out of 10. That's an average game. It's not brilliant in any way, but it's not poor. Well, maybe the graphics, the general idea is slightly below standard, but it does have the puzzles. It does have additional element with the spells. It has properly done a hint system, different than the other games, but there is a hint system. Here you would see again some points of interest. And it does have basic regulation, sound and resolution, so it's just an average game. It's not rich in content or very pretty like some other games, and of course it's completely not my type of genre that I play for fun. I just review it because I don't recall ever buying a game like this. I'm just interested in different genres, but I did play a couple of those games because I got them for free from Steam gifts or other pages. So I did play a couple of those games. I understand the genre, I know what it's supposed to do, but this is just not my type of game. So personally, I'm not interested, but I don't mind playing them. If I'm farming cards or reviewing those games, they're not bad to play. They're not annoying. They are just some sort of a rather short time killer if you have nothing to do in the afternoon, and if you are interested in some mind work, some puzzle solving, and a little bit of the story, some dialogue, not much of it, and quite okay graphics. For 2018 stationary picture with some moving elements, it's nothing great. It's basically a 2D game, but it's not disgusting graphically. It's just average. It just does what it's supposed to do. It shows you the elements that you can connect. It's kind of like point and click adventure, but you don't have a character. You are the character. You can only interact with objects and solve puzzles, which there is, well, some amount of the puzzles. You have to somehow solve them, usually by finding the answer, not just going through every single combination, because that would take ages, unless you of course use a solution. So I would say this is just an average game of the genre, hidden object slash puzzle. It's not especially good. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it's also not a crap alert or anything like it. It's just an average game, so if you are interested in the genre, you can buy it on sale and probably have a couple of hours fun. Could be just 2 hours. Just be warned that the game doesn't seem to offer more than those 6 levels. Maybe I'm mistaken. If I'm mistaken, please correct me, but it looks like that it has 6 levels. Also, I would like separate sliders for music and sound, because there are two different things. Sound could be okay, like the water dripping or fire or something like that, while in my case music usually distracts me. There's very few games where I leave the music on, and when I grind for a long time I usually switch it off anyway. For instance, I was listening to music in Nioh for 400 hours and then I switched it off anyway. but usually I just, the first thing I do when I start the game is switch off music. In this case I have to switch off all the sound as well. So I would like two separate sliders, but at least it doesn't ring in my ear all the time. I have an option to switch it off, so that's good. That's something. Okay, guys, so that will be it for Tower of Beatrice. I'm gonna check the name once again because the game window is showing something else. Yes, the game is called Tower of Beatrice, and in the game window it shows Tower Escape, so I don't know why, but I guess the Steam name is the Tower of Beatrice. So that will be it for the review, and I will see you guys in the next one.